Hi, my name's Phil. I'd like to talk about politics. And at the Labour Party conference, minister after minister, including the Prime Minister, have set out in their speeches the threat Reform UK poses to the country and most of all to the very people who find them appealing. But the clearest, in my view, Ed Miliband today. His was the best takedown of Reform UK I've heard. It wasn't a clever quip. It wasn't name calling. He didn't even threaten the unnatural insertion of tropical fruit. In really clear language, he set out two of the ways in which the Tories did immense damage to people's living standards. And it's something many Reform UK supporters will readily agree with. But those same two issues are exactly what Reform UK propose we have more of. If Labour can communicate this to the public as clearly as Miliband did to the conference today, they will make headway. But first, for daily news and politics, please click the subscribe button to stay notified. So Ed Miliband said there were two Tory ideas which were to blame for the state of Britain. No, he didn't say Brexit, don't get excited. But nonetheless, what he did say was not only true, but much more effective as a message to voters. The first, he said, was trickle-down economics. The idea that you make it easier for people at the top to become richer and everyone else benefits. It was an idea enthusiastically supported by both Reagan and Thatcher. Nigel Farage, of course, still insists that Margaret Thatcher's economics are his go-to model. Yet most people nowadays accept that trickle-down economics doesn't work. Even the Tories rarely admit that they approve of the idea these days. They still do privately, of course, which is why they hailed Liz Truss when she attempted to bring it back with her mini-budget. Something Nigel Farage, remember, loudly cheered. But most people and most voters do not believe in trickle-down economics. Yet Farage has it as a cornerstone of his economic philosophy. Miliband is right to point this out. This is something Labour need to keep talking about. Don't use the Liz Truss mini-budget to bash the Tories. There's no point. People don't believe the Tories are relevant anymore, right? Use it to bash Farage because he's on record as having approved of it. He literally described it when that mini-budget was read out. He described it as the best budget since the time of Thatcher. Let him try to make excuses like Truss is doing about why the mini-budget failed. But pressure him to do it. Pressure him into making those excuses. The second Miliband said was austerity. Now, this is a blast from the past for him because it was Miliband as Labour leader who conceded ground on austerity. A strategic decision of such monumental error that it doomed Labour and the country to a decade of regression. Had Miliband loudly attacked austerity as Labour leader, we would be in a very different place now as a country. So fair play to him that he's correcting that earlier error. Austerity was not popular with the public. And if you think about the key voters which Labour is fighting for where Reform UK are concerned, it was deeply unpopular. And yet Reform UK are also pro-austerity. Now, they won't promote austerity using the word, but they nonetheless promote it. You look at their economic policies, what do you notice? Tax cuts, that's trickle-down economics. Spending cuts, that's austerity. These are both unpopular with a lot of Reform UK supporters and voters. So why is Farage championing them? Because people aren't pointing it out. So all the ministers who really tore into Farage and Reform UK at the Labour conference this week, of all of them, Ed Miliband, for me, is the one who made it very simple and an actionable strategy. Labour need to do more than just tell the Labour conference, though. They need to tell the voting public, and they need to tell them loudly and frequently for the message to sink in. At least get people questioning Farage on this. I know some of you will say they should have added Brexit to the list of the country's woes, but that would not be effective in uniting voters against Farage. But trickle-down economics and austerity are. We just need to amplify this message now. And the beauty of this, it's a really simple message. It's easy to link all of Reform UK's policies to either trickle-down or austerity. You can go down every single one. It's either trickle-down or it's austerity, every single one. Labour just need to put it in those simple terms and do it several times a week for the next few years. Simple. But let me know what you think in the comments below. For more content, you could subscribe to the channel or even join for access to streams of behind the scenes updates. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.